everyone, it's Pamela. How are you doing today? Please like this video if you like it. Please subscribe and always remember to hit the little bell if you do want to be notified when I release a new video. Thank you so much to Rebecca LaFontant, I hope I'm saying that properly, for requesting this video, how to save a relationship with a Libra man or woman. And of course, as always, I will be going over this in 3 parts. One is, why is this happening? Why are you here? And why in the past maybe did your relationship not work out with a Libra, or right now maybe this is happening. Number 2 is, what does this represent? I truly believe that relationships are our mirror, and that in each relationship we learn things that once we deal with and evolve from, we can move on to the next thing that we desire. And with each step, we get closer to what we really do want and desire. And number 3 is, what can you do about this now? So let's get into this. So why are you here? Why is your relationship with a Libra not going so well? There are a variety of reasons, as always, and please look at the whole chart, as I always say, and Libras get bored easily. So it is very, very possible that you're here because the Libra is just bored. It could also be that this Libra isn't ready to be in a relationship yet. And that's very common. In their younger years, sometimes, not always, it depends on the Libra, they're just not ready. And so if it's this feeling like they're finding themselves, then it really doesn't have anything to do with you in that case. And it just has to do with where they are at in their life. Another reason could be that you are not as social as them. Maybe you don't care about appearances as much as they do. Maybe you don't care as much about fairness as they do. For example, if you've ever gone out to a restaurant with them and you didn't tip the waiter, or you weren't nice to the wait staff, for example, or waitress, I should say, then they really are not into that stuff. They will completely leave someone over something like that, believe it or not. They really don't like that. They also don't like when you're not put together enough. You know, Libras have high expectations in the beauty realm, and so they definitely expect you to basically look good all the time. So it could be something as simple as that as well. So what does this represent? Part 2 is, who do you project yourself as being, and is that truly who you are? Take an inventory of your life, take an inventory of your dating life and all of your relationships, and really ask yourself if you are who you project yourself as being. And this is going to be the biggest takeaway, because a lot of Libra individuals have a bit of a hard time with this themselves. And so that's what this will more likely than not represent. Of course, you know, if you look at the whole chart, you'll see more things, but just on the surface, this is going to be a huge thing. Are you really who you project yourself as being? Because Libras really want to be with a strong person. And by strong, I don't necessarily mean, strong. It just means someone who really knows themselves, but is still fun at the same time, right? So someone who's optimistic and always ready for the next party and adventure and loves lots of people, knows lots of people, but also knows who they are. Someone who gets societal judgments, right? Like, you would never say to a Libra something like, oh, you can show up and wear whatever you want. They really understand this idea that what you wear and how you present yourself is how people judge you. And they don't have a problem with that, generally speaking, unless maybe they have some Aquarius stuff going on, for example. So keep that in mind. So are you really who you project that you are? And if not, this is going to be the first place to start. The other thing is, do you have really close friends? Do you have a really close circle of people that you truly, truly love? Or do you prefer to isolate yourself and be on your own? Libras love warm people. Libras love being around people that love people and have great groups of friends and family and things like that. And so, how can you develop that as well? And I suggest doing what I just said, which is being yourself and finding out who that is, who you are, so that you can get that and attract the right people. And I think that one is really a signal for the other. So part 3 is, what can you do about this now? So what you can do about this now is have an honest conversation with this Libra person. The barring, them not being ready for a relationship, or maybe you embarrassing them. I mean, those are all things that they really, or treating people badly. There's no way to recover from that with a Libra. However, if it's maybe that they got bored or something like that, you can definitely recover the relationship, because they want to know that you have that strong personality, that you will still be there, but not in that ball and chain, like I'm still here kind of sense. In that fun, exuberant, we get that people make mistakes. Will you forgive me? I'll forgive you. Going back to this idea of fairness, this idea that we're all imperfectly imperfect. And so having a conversation with them around that and saying, hey, listen, I'm not perfect, but these are the things that I am really good at, and these are the things that I'm working on. How do you feel about these things? Do you want to be in a long-term relationship? And do you want to be in a long-term relationship with me? And ask them why or why not. And a Libra can't help but tell you the truth, even if they are the type of Libra that's a little bit more sneaky and they sugarcoat it. They can't help but, you really got to read between the lines. You will hear a few Freudian slips of, well, I like you, but I'm not sure if it's a long-term, you're fun, but, I'm not sure if it's a long-term thing. Just ask them, because they will tell you exactly what it is. And make sure that with this Libra, they're living up to their end of the bargain as well. Give them a lot of freedom, and don't let them use that as almost an excuse to keep you locked into something that maybe you don't want to be locked into either. And assess if this is really the person for you, because if they know that you know that this isn't really the person for you, or you're not truly happy, they're more intuitive than most people think. They'll know that, and they might stay with you out of convenience, because this is a sign that sometimes does that while pursuing something better. And they'll do that if they know that you're not 100% into it as well. But also, like I said, don't let these guys fool you, because Libras can either be really committed to the core or extremely uncommitted. And they'll both say kind of the same things. So you really need to look at their actions and read between the lines. This is also another sign where you really need to look at the whole chart, and look at their love planets as well, because that will really help you to uncover who they truly are. And if that is something that you're interested in doing, please book a reading with me, and I'm happy to help you with that. Are you a Libra? Are you in love with a Libra? Have you experienced the Libra beauty, or have you experienced the Libra trickery at some point? Please let me know. I really want to know, actually. Please click here to subscribe to my channel. Please click here to watch my most recent video. Please click here to go to my website, and good luck with this, Libra. You deserve love. Thank you so much. Bye.